publicizing it there. My name is Bob McGrath, and I've been here now 16 years doing this kind of work. Oh, I love it. You know, I worked at all kinds of things before. Garages, gas stations, boat engine repair. I did all that kind of stuff.
Did you bring your pipe?
Pope the Catholic? Huh? Of course you bring my pipe. Yeah. Right, you're through this section here now is the 300 acres approximately that was the Sanford farm. We're coming up to the old division line as we know it between Rams Pasture and Sanford Farm.
Oh, what's the difference?
Well, the Rams Pasture was bought by the foundation a lot earlier, and they owned that.
Oh, I see.
And this is the old division line here that divided the Rams Pasture from Sanford Farm.
Oh, it's this area right here?
Right here.
Oh,
we're going through it now. Now we're into what used to be, it still is, called Rams Pasture.
Why did they call it Rams Pasture?
Well, they kept the rams out here years ago. It's in the old island history that this was a farm for rams. Mm-hmm. They kept them from the sheep out here. Mm-hmm. And this was all pasture land. And we're managing to keep a lot of it open again, opening up back and back the brush. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't get all overgrown. It makes great habitat for the hawks, red tails, and owls, and all those things. Of course, as you see here, we got a lot of visitors here. People walk with babies and people. So now we got a little bench program going on. We're putting in benches at certain areas where people will like to sit and wait for someone or walk on a little further after they rest or whatever. Mm-hmm. These are two of my staff here now.
Oh, can we get out and meet them?
Sure.
Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
Bob's a retired FAA tower chief.
Oh, is he really?
And he decided to come out into nature. He's always been affiliated with this property. He worked here as an independent mower for Mrs. Sanford and at other times for the fellows who own Rams Pasture.
Yeah.
And this other gentleman is Staffy.
This is Staffy. Hi, Staffy.
Landscape-type fella.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
He is very familiar with all types of landscaping. He worked for Dave Shampoo, people like that. Mm-hmm. And we call him our landscape man.
So is it the three of you guys that pretty much run the operation as far as the...
Year-round.
Year-rounders.
Year-round.
You're
The three of us are permanent employees.
Yep. Looks like a pretty nice job to have on Nantucket.
We like it.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. Not bad.
This is hard duty?
Yeah, this is hard duty.
Sitting down there in the sun to say, what the hell are they? Good. Okay, you guys are all set then, huh? Yep. So you're gonna dump that, and then you're gonna, I don't know if you have time to get so past that for the lady. Okay, I'll see you, catch up with you guys later on. Those are two good men, I'll tell you. Bob loves it. He could be doing anything, you know, retired FAA.
Right.
He had people like, he's a qualified twin-engine instrument flying pilot and all that.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, yeah. He's been flying all his life.
I mean, he could do anything, but he loves doing...
He could have gone on from there to Billy McGrath wanted him to come work with his island airline, you know. Any of those airlines wanted him as a, you know, commuter pilot in this neighborhood. He didn't want to do any of that. He just likes being with us guys. Well, this property you're riding over now is all part of the Sanford Farm, which was given to was supposed to be given to the foundation in her will.
Mrs. Sanford?
Mrs. Sanford. She lived in the stone house back there that we passed.
Oh, yeah.
And she was previously a Mrs. Kimball from England. And then she divorced, and she kept all this property. And she always said it would go to the foundation, and all the fellows who worked for her that did the mowing and worked on her house, and she'd always talk. And she was always very, very friendly to the foundation. She had previously given a lot of land on the other side of Hummock Pond. And she was getting towards the end of the days there when she wasn't feeling well, and everyone talked with her, and we'd be out there, and she'd say, well, you fellas mow it this time, she says, and next time, the foundation has to mow it. So she intended for the foundation to have it.
Yeah.
How long I've lived here? All my life. Not yet. Yeah, I've seen all the changes from growing up as a kid in an old farmhouse with no electricity to today with everything that you ever saw in modern conveniences, you know. All the change, the influx. When I was a kid, there was only something like 1,800, 2,000 people lived in the island in the 30s. You know, there was no money around or nothing. Fishing families, and my father was a plumber. He always had work, but as usual.
Right.
But it was a quiet, real, wide open, laid back place, you know. Wonderful place to grow up. Oh my God, you got to have this open land. I mean, you know, you look at what we've done. We have over 8,500 acres of land, approximately.
And who's we? The
Conservation Foundation, yeah.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for them, you wouldn't want to come to Nantucket. I mean, everything would have been built.
Right.
And I mean, there's far more building now than anyone really likes, but everyone's entitled to their American rights, you know. And if you came to Nantucket and were fortunate enough to have somebody bring you and show you this view right here, that would say to you, my God, isn't this beautiful? But then they'd probably question, well, why is all those houses over there and all those over there? Well, that's because the foundation owns all the land in between. There's no houses here. I mean, you can just see the contrast.
Right.
That's Tristram's Landing out there in Sheep's Pond, and that's Cisco Estates over there and Cisco itself. And if the foundation didn't exist, this would be houses.
Right.
I mean, you know, there's no question about it, even though Mrs. Sanford intended it to be what it was, and the fellows who owned Rams Pasture always wanted this left the way it is. But if it had gone to court and they won, it would have been sold as house lots. We receive no state, federal, town, or county, any funds from anything like that. We solicit all our own money through membership and gifts and generosity of the old families that started the thing. They laid the initial groundwork and bought the land, some of the land to begin with, to get it rolling. To see what Nantucket needed. And that's how it got rolling. And they got the money behind them, which was a lot of outfits can't ever get anywhere because they can never get the funds. We were fortunate to get the funds to get started. And once it got started, then when they saw what they could do, then it wasn't easy, but people followed very nicely. Membership is about 3,500.
Wow.
And basically they're very good. You know, they stay in the right areas and they don't cause disturbances in places they shouldn't be. You know, for the most part, they're pretty good. Once in a while you get a problem with a trail bike or a Jeep that breaks in and tears around in here or something like that. But other than that, we don't have much problem in here. The goal of the foundation is to acquire as much open land jointly. They love to be able to add on to land, you know, buy pieces that abut it and keep it so that you can get more and more in one area open.
Right.
And so we don't like to have what they call salt and pepper lots. You know, a lot of people will offer us a lot with 200 or 300 feet. You know, somewhere, it isn't a lot that will do anything for the foundation. A lot of them times they'll be in an area where you got to spend a lot of maintenance on it. It's got to be cleaned all the time, or fences falling down and so forth. So we'd love to add on to the large open tracts and keep them all contained in one unit, you know.
What do you want people to remember you for?
Boy, I don't know. That's a hard one. Just me. if they can remember Diesel McGrath, that'll be fine. No, we know hunting in here. That's a tradition that goes way back. That's nothing that we created. We carry it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Sanford never liked hunting, and as I said, this part down here, Ram's Pasture, was a preserve for. They owned it. They could do as they wanted. It was private property.
Oh, yeah.
And they posted it no hunting to the general public, even though they hunted it as a group. So we just honor that, and everyone respects it, you know, and it gives the game a place to rejuvenate, you know. It's good. How they shine, huh? That one got all mud. He's telling the other guy to sit. That looks like Kim. Is it Kim? Yeah, it is. I think. Hi, Kim. Yeah, she comes every day. She lives across the road. She's a landscaper.
Oh, right.
And she brings her dogs over here every day. That's a new puppy that she's raising there. Most of the people can't see that. They're too busy. They're downtown trying to make $1. Yeah, that'll be all dark before they get out. Yeah, that's the beauty of being in a place like this. Yeah. Quite a difference.